Okay, so welcome back to another episode of Man On Podcast. I'm Paul, joined again by Joe and Dylan, and we're going to talk about the Liverpool Man United game, the FA Cup game that happened.
And the Prem game.
Yeah, and basically have a look at the outlook for the rest of the season as well. Give our thoughts, analysis on that.
And we're going to touch on Lampard as well.
Yeah. Breaking news this morning. Lampard has left Chelsea. So, what were your? What were you going to say?
It left.
I can hear a beeping noise. I can't lie. Something was beeping. Oh, it stopped.
Oh right, yeah. I think that was a van reversing.
It was a computer.
I think that was Lampard removal van. Chelsea.
All right, so starting off the game against Liverpool Man United, Manchester United won 3-2 on what was an entertaining game, a close game. So, Joe, what were your thoughts on that game?
My thoughts were, well, I could only watch like the first half and a bit of the second half, but I think.
No, you can't be sending all them times you didn't watch the whole game, Joe.
No, I rewatched the second half after I went off
Okay.
rehearsal, so I literally put it back on iPlayer and carried on watching it. Anyway, I think both teams actually went for it rather than us like sitting back and defending at Anfield. We just we kind of showed you a bit too much respect. So this game, I'm glad we actually went for the game and didn't just sit back and soak up pressure like we did. I think it was good that our youngsters got on the score sheet like Greenwood and Rashford. And no, I think we deserved the win in the end. I think two defensive errors cost us. They were bad mistakes. One mistake from Lindelof and Luke Shaw, and then Cavani passing it to... Who did he pass it to when the second goal Liverpool scored? It came off Cavani. He basically, Maguire passed it to Cavani, which is fine. And then Cavani passed it right back to a Liverpool player, and then you squared it to Milner.
Yeah.
But on the overall game, I think Bruno's free kick was top. And I thought we played well. I think both teams actually wanted to win, which was nice to see.
I think the free kick, the wall was whack. Why was there bare big players on the inside, on the outside? And no big players on the keeper side. I think they thought Fred was going to shoot, but it's always going to be Bruno shooting.
Bruno's always going to.
I think it was a great free kick. I think Alisson should have done a lot better. Like that was his side, and if you're taking a free kick that close to the edge of the penalty box, it's difficult for someone to get it up and down. So there's a better chance he's going to go for that corner. So you've got to cover that, in my opinion.
Also, it also shows I know Liverpool had that centre back was terrible, and he's a young kid, so I can say I can't.
He's not even a B-Tech Van Dijk. He's a level 2. I don't even know who he is.
Liverpool have got their issues, but I'm not using that excuse anymore because the window opened on the first. So I can't just say, oh yeah, you know what? That's the club's issue. That's not a United issue. So
it's not at all. But it's definitely it's definitely an excuse.
Yeah, Rashford ripped him a new one, and I was like, as soon as I saw him, I was like, you're putting that kid up against Cavani and Rashford, who have been playing fucking first-team football for United for time. That's again. I mean, I don't know who you got. I know
who else did you have to play?
That's it.
Is it Matip? Matip's not injured though, is it?
So Matip's not injured, but he can't really play 2 or 3 times in a week. So he's been prioritised for the Tottenham game. Reece Williams, I know he was getting quite a lot of hate on
Reece Williams played in the Spurs game at Anfield. He started that game, because I remember you were nervous about that game because you said, "Oh shit, Reece Williams at the back."
Yeah, I mean,
so he's played in big games before.
When come on, he came from was it Kidderminster Harriers? That's where he was playing last season.
Kindergarten,
non-league.
It's not far. It's down the road.
19 years old, and also. He's just not good enough, and he was getting a lot of hate, but it's not his fault that he shouldn't be playing in yesterday's game. He shouldn't be playing any Premier League football at all. He shouldn't be playing in the Champions League. That's no fault of his own.
I felt bad for him. It looked like his confidence was a bit shocked.
Yeah, and he's sort of been covered by
he only made one mistake. I mean, it was a crucial mistake.
He was making multiple throughout that game. You could tell he was getting told where to stand by Thiago and Fabinho, and in the games he has done well, he's being guided through it by.
You have to be though when you're that.
Yeah, of course. But that Liverpool they probably won't sign a centre back. But I find that crazy. I know like COVID times, like teams probably can't spend money as they usually can, but you got to get an experienced centre back in if we actually want to win a trophy. If we want to win the league or the Champions League, we can't do it with the centre backs we have now.
Yeah, Reece Williams played in that game with Fabinho at the back.
Yeah, it's Spurs. Yeah, I remember because I was like, oh my days, he's going to get done by Kane. But that's what I'm saying. Like, he has played. I know I'm not saying he's good enough. Don't get me wrong. But it's FA Cup, so you're gonna play youngsters anyway. But how do you feel while the game went, Paul? Are you happy with the result?
I'm not happy with the result because I never want to lose against Man United. There was definitely positives to take from that, especially after not scoring for so many games. Salah getting on the score sheet a couple of times, and it was nice to see us be a lot more creative than we have been. It's just, I don't want to keep saying it, but the centre back thing, I just can't see us being realistic in terms of challenges for the league or Champions League unless we get someone in. It's not going to happen. So we need to find a way. And it's difficult with when you come against teams obviously who can attack as well as Man United. So Man United are in form at the moment as well.
Yeah, we're in form. But you said yesterday you think that we're in our prime.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. But our forwards that scored. No, I want to touch on this. But our forwards that scored yesterday, Mason Greenwood's 18 and Rashford's 22. So how are they in their prime?
Oh, I mean, in this current team, I think they're in their prime.
But that's not their prime, and it wasn't even our first team. That's what I'm saying. To call it our prime is crazy because we're so young.
Yeah, I mean,
McTominay's 22, and he played yesterday.
Do you think that you'll get much better under Oli?
Who, McTominay?
No, I just mean the team in general. Do you think the team?
Well, I don't know because this is all new for us all. Because if you would have told us at the start of the season, if it told anyone at the start of the season that we're going to be top of the league by January, I would have laughed in your face. Let alone rivals. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I can't call it because I hand on heart, after we got kicked out of the Champions League, I was vexed because you shouldn't be losing to Besiktas the way we did. So I was mad. So I was like, yeah, he can go. But then he's proven me wrong by doing this well so far. So I don't know how long.
That's in the space of a month, though. It's pretty crazy. And then everyone's talking about Liverpool in this crisis, and that's the space of a month.
That's what I mean. That's when you ask me how far we can go, I don't know because we're not. We're ahead of schedule anyway. We shouldn't be in this position. If he's so bad, why are we here? You know what I'm saying?
But
if people don't rate him, look at the numbers Rashford's putting out now under Oli than he was under Mourinho or Van Gaal. So I can't sit there and criticize him when he does bad and then not praise him when he's done well. And I think that's also a tough pill for rivals to swallow because they all think he's shit and now he's doing well and everyone's like, wait, it doesn't make sense. That's an thing that's confusing.
I still think he's shit, but yeah, fair enough.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't really rate him.
The proof's in the pudding. He's top, and
there's no style of play. I don't know what the style of play is. It's just hit on the counter. Once players.
But Man United you haven't watched us play all season. We don't just hit on the counter. We're playing low block teams, and we're beating them now as well. So when the teams are low block, we weren't beating them last year. And we've always played on the counter to an extent. If you remember that 07-08 team with Tevez, Rooney and Ronaldo, that team was pure counter and it ripped teams apart. So I don't really care about playing on the counter.
Yeah, so Leicester played on the counter the season they won the league. So
that's what I'm saying. So it's not...
I think that...
and if Oli wins the league, does he deserve credit? Or are people still going to keep calling him shit?
No, of course. Shit manager's not going to win the league. That's the way it is.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that I still think that this is prime Man United, and in terms of this current team, and in my opinion, I think that I got a lot of positives from yesterday's game in terms of Liverpool. I've got 6 of their players out injured, and they're in bad form, and Man United pretty much scraped past a win, scraped themselves to a win
because it could have been 4-2.
You're in your prime, so this makes me think okay, so if this is us at our worst and this is Man United at their best, there's not much difference. So when we're at our best, we're gonna go flying. We're gonna.
But when you're at your best with your best team, you only drew to us 1-1 when we had Dan James on the pitch last year. So
And we finished 33 points ahead.
Yeah, I know. And now it's a derby, so you can't really judge teams. They're both going to go for it. And it's not like you didn't have good players on the pitch. You had Thiago, who just won a Champions League. You had Salah, who's won a Champions League. You had Firmino, who's won a Champions League. On the pitch yesterday, that playing a prime Man United, and you lost.
Yeah, and so the reason I think it's because of our defence, man.
No.
We were scoring goals and being creative. The goals.
Andy Robertson tried to scream in Greenwood's face to put him off yesterday. Yeah. That was fucking funny. That's like he's been in the Champions League final. Fabinho has been solid all like.
And he's been playing the centre back. It shouldn't be there. He should be breaking up the defence in midfield, man.
Yeah,
but I know that's not Thiago. Your like. I know that's
still got Thiago, Gini Wijnaldum, and Milner there against McTominay, Fred, and Van der Beek. So you should win the midfield battle if you think your players are better than ours. So
I don't think the game was won in the midfield. I think it was won purely by our, unfortunately, I think it's down to Reece Williams, and I'm not putting. I don't mean to put it on him, but I think that was the weak link. That was the difference. And
I can't call this our prime team yet because, like I said, our players are still so young, and we didn't even have our main team on yesterday. We had our second team. We've got depth now. That's the difference. We've got squad depth. Whereas before we didn't last season, we had nothing.
Was it not your main team on really yesterday?
Huh?
Who was not on yesterday? It was only
Bailly's. I mean, our back four was Lindelof.
You're saying Bailly is your first team player. He's only played like a handful.
He started for us on our most games.
Lindelof's been out.
But Lindelof's been injured, so I'm surprised he came back. But midfield, Hogwarts and that's it. Yeah, that's it at the midfield.
McTominay's not a starter.
He's hitting in and out of the team.
No, so he's definitely a starter the most. Out of the midfield, he starts a lot.
He does, but he's not we rotate in the midfield. Bruno didn't start. Rashford's a starter, I'd say. Cavani isn't, and Greenwood isn't. Who else am I thinking? Who else was playing?
Your fullbacks started.
Fullback started. Our keeper wasn't. Dean Henderson was in our starter. So we had 4 of our 5 main players that weren't starting yesterday, as well as Liverpool.
I mean, Liverpool's was nearly as strong as it.
I don't think McTominay is good enough anyway, so I don't think should be a starter anyway. I think Van der Beek does that. Van der Beek does that role better, but Ollie seems to play Van der Beek in the 10.
Van der Beek was whack.
No. I disagree. If you watched him, he's the reason we scored that first goal, and he's the reason we scored that first. He's the reason we scored that first goal.
Nah, man, don't do this.
He's the reason. He did, mate.
He's the reason. Dude, nothing. Look, every time he ran up the wing, he ran up the wing and then turned around and went, "Oh, rush! I go back then." We didn't attack.
Curtis Jones was running all over.
He's the reason we scored that goal yesterday. The first goal. A simple pass to Rashford. Rashford flicks over. Boom, Greenwood goal. Simple passes. He's not like a showboaty player like Bruno or anything, but yeah, he's not a starter anyway. He hasn't played anyway. Rhythm as well. Match rhythm's huge. His last game was. What was his last game? I don't remember his last game, but he doesn't start for us at all, which is not, because it, is what it is. So yeah. I don't know. I don't say we're at our prime with so many youngsters in the team. That's crazy.
Yeah, Dylan, have you cut out, mate?
Yeah, it's cut out. His man's chatting to himself.
Yeah, Steve, we can't hear you, man. I've just seen your lips moving.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it was. Spend 50 million player, and you're saying he's not a starter.
Don't bother me. We're top of the league without him in the team, so I'm not going to kick off with that. Do you know what I'm saying?
How do you think? Are you going to take Do you think they'll take the FA Cup seriously? Because it was quite a strong team yesterday. You've got West Ham in the next round. What do you make of your chances and that?
If you had a centre back, you have to play strong against Liverpool because you're going on Liverpool still didn't have good players on the pitch. They did, so you're going to have to go strong against them.
Yeah. We could have won. We had strong enough players to win.
Salah's still a world-class striker.
We're missing 6 players, but still, that's just the way it is.
You still had Thiago, Gini, and Wijnaldum in midfield. Thiago.
I think when you start playing Fabinho
and Henderson in midfield,
and then Thiago is going to have more spin because he played quite deep yesterday. Thiago.
Doesn't he play that for Bayern Munich though?
Yeah, I guess he's quite a deep line playmaker.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of CDMs at Bayern Munich, so not.
Yeah, Kimmich can do all the dirty work.
I wasn't impressed with Thiago yesterday. He was playing pretty defensive, but he gives like people going about his passing. I'm seeing him give the ball away a lot. And like it was mentioned, I think by like I can't remember what pundit, but someone said he's slowing us down a lot. And like I think
he does slow the play down a little bit.
He is, and like maybe too much. Like and
because of the Bundesliga though, he could do that against Bayern Munich,
and
you know you're going to score.
Time. Like I'm not doubting his like obviously like world class ability, but mate, it wouldn't hurt if he just put in a little more than a light jog at some points, you know, because we're a team built on intensity, and I just want to see some of it. It hurts not to see it, man.
I don't know. He covered up quite a lot. He pressed a lot of the players when they come forward. He did decent. I think only thing
in yesterday's game he was pressing a fair bit.
He does slow the play down a little bit, but that just means that you guys need to be. I think.
It'll probably take a bit of him. You're getting used to being in a new team, I guess. But
I think he's used to playing with. It sounds a bit peak, but playing with players who have a bit more higher IQ. I think a lot of Liverpool's football is quite instinctual and very like physical. And with Bayern, you've got a lot of players that interchange. Liverpool's not really a lot of. It's just overlapping with fullbacks, underlapping fullbacks. There's not a lot going on like changing wise in midfield and players moving around a lot. I think it's very direct. I don't know if he suits the style. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's mad because I thought he was the player we've been missing, and I still think he could be. We'll just have to wait and see when the whole family comes back together, and we'll be one big happy family winning games.
What amazes me about Liverpool is that the lack of squad depth. Okay, I know you signed Jota, and I know I'm on about like just in general on the wings. You bought one inside forward, Jota, right? Inside forward.
Yeah.
To replace one of the front three when they're not playing well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
but you need more than that because I don't think Shaqiri's good enough, and I don't think Origi's good enough.
No.
So the fact that we can make that many changes and still have as you would call it, a strong team, is crazy when you think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fact that you won the league last year, that's my point.
Yeah,
yeah. All of it.
Yeah. I think we need Origi's not good enough. We need another striker because especially when you see like Firmino not in form, and you think like it'd be nice to have some sort of impact player come off the bench, and usually that would be Jota, but I don't know. It's nice to have alternatives.
Well, once, even though he waited you guys, Firmino, like
because he actually did when he came off, but yeah.
Once you
started,
guys
didn't he, yesterday?
Firmino did, but it was that last
picked
thing.
Up his intensity though.
Yeah,
and he created a lot of the chances.
Yeah, and the goal where Milner ended up dummying it, he was quite a bit integral to that.
He started picking up. It looks like his confidence is back up, and he kept coming deeper as well to pick up the ball and push the ball forward. Like he was doing well.
Yeah.
The person I think is playing whack is Trent. Trent's been playing.
He's in bad form. I mean, it was a bit. It was yeah. I mean, there was glimpses of it yesterday, and like I like it when he does his low crosses into the box. Not these like if you're going to put a high one in, it's got to be going straight onto Mane or no one at all because there's just no point. No one's going to win it.
He looks a bit like I was saying to you. He looks a bit mentally burnt out, like because he just seems to be out of ideas. He seems to just be crossing the ball. If it's clear, he just crosses it, and they're not. A lot of them are. There was a few crosses he did towards the end of the match, which were good, but a lot of them are just like wasted crosses.
Yeah, I mean, I liked his he's not shying away from. He's not shying away. He knows he's obviously aware of his bad form, and he's not like hiding from it. He yesterday he was playing like really high. Again, yesterday. It was a problem, and like he was literally like a right winger, like right in that corner. So, and we were getting caught. Same with Robertson a bit as well. Like
I think that's down to Klopp's tactics.
Oh
You want to talk about tactics, like
but that's what we've been missing though. Like I can't blame. Yeah, I think Klopp's tactics are a part of the bad form, but not the main part. But that's it.
I think.
It's hard, isn't it? Because you build a team to work a certain way, and then you've got key players that go. It's just like.
And you know what?
Do you think you'll beat Spurs?
I think we can.
The team that you played against.
I don't know.
Man U yesterday was basically the same team that you played against Spurs the last game. So.
And I'm expecting the same team, apart from Matip coming in.
Apart from Henderson wasn't in the team, so that might be.
I'm expecting the same team that played against Man United to play against Tottenham, apart from Matip coming in. I don't know if Jordan Henderson's fit, but if he's fit, then he comes in, and I put him right into midfield, not centre back.
I just realised I don't think full fancy. I don't know. freaking weeks, bro.
Oh, mate, my team, haven't even touched it. But do you
Probably
think you'll win
games,
against? So do you think you'll win against like West Ham first of all in like the FA Cup? And do you think you can? Do you think you
probably
can
a
win
harder
it?
game. It'll be a harder game than Liverpool. No offense, because it would just they've got like they're inconfident right now. They're
gonna be
lost
up for
like,
it as well.
They're gonna be up for it, and then it's like 5 games. Also, Moyes always wants revenge on United. He always wants revenge on us. So I think it'll be a tight game, like the last one was. But
they're a physical team, so you're gonna have to.
Think you can win the FA Cup?
The thing is, we tried to rest Bruno last time we played them, and it kind of went sour in the first half. And then as soon as Bruno came on, we scored like 2 goals straight away. And like so, if we'll probably play him, and then we'll have a stronger team. I think we could beat them. I think we can go far in it. But if we had my option, I'd just put all my eggs into the league and just pray for the best and have no injuries. Because if we get like an injury,
I think it's more realistic for Ollie to go for. I don't think he thinks he's gonna. Well, maybe he thinks, but I don't think he thinks he's gonna be top of the league for the whole thing. Because
he won't be. He won't be for the. It's gonna be ups and downs.
City are coming. Like,
they've lost KDB though.
It's a big miss. I think.
But they got Bernardo Silva playing well now.
Yeah.
He is a good player. We won't be top for like. Well, I don't know what this is unexpected, so I don't know how long we're gonna stay top for. We could stay top for as long as, but we've got Arsenal coming up, and that's a tough game as well. So. It will be interesting. If we beat Sheffield and Arsenal, then the confidence will just be flying, and then it's just like pray and hope for the best.
Are we playing you at home?
Yeah, you got you at Emirates. Our away form has been ridiculous this season. We haven't lost away from home yet in the whole league.
Interesting. So your game against Sheffield, that's like midweek, like Wednesday or something, isn't it?
That's Wednesday at Old Trafford, so we should be fine because they're fucking
Sheffield are playing really
Sheffield are bad.
Massive drop-off from last season, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really
What's
bad.
changed? Just one player? What, just Dean Henderson not playing?
I think the system's been figured out. So they've just figured out how to play against him. And then when you lose that many games, your confidence is just on the floor. And then it's a bottomless pit, innit?
Yeah.
Bare depression. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't think they'll pick themselves up. So I think that's an easy 3 points on Wednesday or whenever the game is. And then we've got Arsenal on Sunday. D, we're going to do a combined XI.
I mean, yeah, we can do. It's not going to be much. It's not going to be much Arsenal, but
I believe you got the young players.
There are a few positions that we've got better players, but
yeah. Well, just a quick one on Arsenal. Like, what do you think is going to happen for the rest of their season? It's so impossible to call from any team. I'm just asking.
It's so up in the air. It's so up in the air at the moment. I think I don't know if we're going to get top 6. If we get top 6, then that's a good season.
You've got Odegaard coming in. He might be decent.
Yeah, if he comes, but it's not really Premier League proven. He's 22. We'll see how much he can really do in it. They said about Dani Ceballos coming in. He hasn't really done much, really. So
yeah.
See, Thomas, we looked played crap the other day, but.
It's Willian, man. He's so bad.
Yeah, Willian's played bad.
There's a reason that Chelsea didn't give him that contract. You know what I mean? Like, really,
they offered him a contract. They did. I'm pretty sure they did. He turned it down, and I know why he turned it down. It could have been for less money.
No, I think he wanted more money.
Yeah, he did. And Arsenal gave him 200 grand.
Yeah, we need to stop there. We need to stop giving people coming to this club just to chill and get big piece.
Especially players of a certain age as well.
Yeah, why are they coming?
I mean, we gave Cavani like 150 a week, but he's actually dedicated to playing football here, which is a nice surprise. Because usually we've had flops like Falcao and fucking.
You can't be doing it for like most of your positions because you've got to invest for the future.
For the future, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's good. We've had a couple of players like leave. Socrates is gone. Obviously, Ozil's gone. That's massive off the wage bill. They're shipped out. Saliba's come out on loan, I think, and then and Kolasinac went out to loan to Schalke. So they're obviously starting to think about it a bit more. But we'll see.
Do you think Arteta will be successful?
I don't know right now. I think he needs to get more players that he wants. Let him sign some players first that he actually wants. Partey's looks decent. Just been injured, but when he's played, he's looked good. He's controlled the midfield a lot better. Emil Smith-Rowe's looked really good. Saka's been good. Lacazette's big. We need to get Martinelli. That's good, but that's the thing. These are all young. We need to get like I don't know. We need to get a striker, and then
I think you need in pretty much defense, midfield, and attack. You need like a player in each of them. Who's
but
like
Arsenal have the most
now.
expensive attack in the league. People forget that.
In terms of player size at all?
No, just the signings they have. Lacazette cost what, 50. Aubameyang was something like 50 as well.
Yeah,
I think Lacazette was about 30, 40.
I think, and then Pepe was 72 mil. They've got the most expensive attack in the league.
Aubameyang was worth it, I think. But
definitely, Aubameyang's sick. His goals against Newcastle were good, and I don't like Arsenal, but I'll be the first to commend him.
The best players. My favourite player is probably Kieran Tierney. He's been the best signing. I think.
Oh yeah,
he's good, man.
Sick.
He's a good Scottish.
Joe, a quick one. What would you regard as success in the year for Man United? Unless he's just moving to them.
What I regard as success.
What would you say is a successful season?
If we win the league, that's phenomenal. That would obviously be a ridiculously successful season, considering everything that was said about us over the past 6 months. But just any trophy. I think we need a trophy in top 4. That would be the realistic aim.
I think that's why he'll probably aim for that FA Cup.
He'll probably will go for the FA
League.
Cup more. No, I don't think we'll go for Europa League.
No?
If we're still in the title race, there's no way we'll bin that off so quick. I guarantee you. He'll be like, nah, none of that. Just because you can't. I don't think you can focus on the league if you fly into Kazakhstan on a Thursday and play in freaking Brighton on a Sunday. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a bit much. So he'll focus on the league. We're in too strong a position right now.
Yeah, it's difficult for me to say like what I would like define successful season at this point, because before the start of the season, success for me would have just been winning the league and nothing else.
It's not easy to do, man. To win back to back.
And now I'm thinking like, well,
what's success for you this year?
I don't know, and I still think it is. It has to be winning the league, and I still don't think. I don't think it's. It's like the answer's got to be somewhere, because like I need answers because. It's got to be winning the league, but it can happen because anything can change in a month. But like,
mate, if we win the league, and Liverpool have we take it off Liverpool, that is fucking hilarious. And I'm going to show you at the moment. That would be fucking brilliant. I'll be so happy. That'd be jokes.
Also start banging Judge, that makes sure.
Fall outside, like, please, God, don't let this happen. Please.
Mate, yeah. Imagine.
Don't.
You're gonna see Skyline gone. Yes, it's worth it.
I'm not. I'm not losing my head. Like I have confidence that, like, when
you keep saying this, but you keep winning games.
Yeah, no. Do you know what? I'm about to say it. Like, I think, and this has been part of my reasoning, and it's only some part of the reasoning, but I think United's rise has a lot to do with there being no fans in the.
I love this. I've heard this by like the Anfield,
and I think
Liverpool's said that as well.
Liverpool's decline has been, partly to do with having no fans there as well.
It's definitely has something to do with it.
Everyone's got no fans. You got no fans.
I'll tell you my reasoning. First of all, the one behind Man United is that their play style, like. It does have elements of attack and counter-attack, but they're playing a lot more now controlled, a bit more passive. And I think if they're playing at Old Trafford, United fans are going to get on the team's back if they don't see them constantly. They'll be there shouting, attack, attack, attack. And that's going to put pressure on the players.
After Mourinho ball, we're very grateful for just playing football at home. So it hasn't really changed. And we don't always sit back against every single team we play. Against the top teams we have, but it changed yesterday. Hollywood last season went 5 at the back against Liverpool at home, and yesterday you put 4 at the back and just went for it. So we weren't just sitting back and defending. So I think a home advantage is massive. Where you might be right, as in we might not be top, is because we've won so much, on an away form. So the away form advantage is gone. So like people having fans at their home ground. Does that make sense? So because our away form has been ridiculously strong, we haven't lost a away game. That might change if there's away home fans in the ground. Okay. That I can agree with. But not at Old Trafford. Like, that's just dumb. And I think, but that's the same for every team. I think points would be different for everyone if there's fans in the ground. Of course it would be, but not just for Liverpool, man. That's just dumb.
I think Liverpool feel it more than other teams. I think
that's bollocks.
I think Klopp's style of play, Klopp's philosophy is built around the intensity of the fans and like performance and everything being at high intensity.
I think your players are suffering from burnout, and I think
that's bullshit. Anyway.
I
don't think they're suffering from burnout, man.
I don't think so, Liverpool.
He's crazy.
No, not at all.
I think Trent's just suffering a bit of burnout.
I think their players suffering a bit of out of form, a bit of lack of confidence. I don't think they're like burning out. I don't think they're tired. I don't think.
You've been dropping points since March. This is a statistic.
We've been dropping points since the fans left the stadiums, mate.
You've been dropping points since March.
True.
Yeah, but it's not just affecting the fact that you think it's just affecting Liverpool. The only reason you're saying
no. I think it's affected us more though.
Nah, the only reason that if fans come back next year and Liverpool are still the same, like they're still inconsistent like this year, what's the excuse then? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know because we'll have to see if it comes to it. But like, I think and like
it's a lot more intimidating to go to Anfield and you've got fans there.
And if we think about Champions League nights as well.
But that's with anyone. But then on top of that, your away form's crap, and that's got nothing to do with fans. You haven't won away from home for time. You've got no. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that.
I don't know. I mean, like, I think
that's just the fact.
I don't think it's going to be tough to do well in the Champions League as well because Liverpool's Champions League nights at Anfield are like famous for their fucking crazy atmospheres.
But again, you wouldn't want to go to Atletico. Well, that was not me trying to say.
Anfield's an intimidating place, mate. If you're a player, you're like, I don't think. Even if their players waiting in the tunnel at the Etihad are as scared as waiting in the tunnel at Anfield when the stadiums are packed.
But Paul, regardless of fans there or not, you should beat Burnley.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
there were fans in the stadiums when we've lost against like Watford and when we lost to in the Champions League against Atletico last year. Like,
which is it then? Is it because the fans are there or not there?
Oh, it's because I'm not saying that's the whole reason. I'm saying that definitely plays a part. Like, I think the main reason.
I think every club's missing their fans. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But I
don't think
some
a club misses it. I don't think clubs miss it more than others.
I don't think City are missing their fans. They're all right.
Oh, well, City. Besides Man City, we can all agree that
they just kick ball regardless.
They get to the Etihad, they're like, oh, this is the same. Like we know this is the same. But like, I think like especially yesterday, if we had fans in the ground yesterday, it would have been fucking crazy. And I think
I wish there was.
Yeah, same. And that kid, what's his name? That played for you. What's his name? Williams. He would have probably shot himself if there was Man United fans in that ground and made more mistakes.
Trent made his debut at 19 against Man United at Old Trafford, and he had a good game. But centre backs is tough. It's tough. He's not ready.
Who?
Williams.
The Williams kid. Yeah.
It's not his fault.
I think there's a lot of reasons why Liverpool are bad right now, and I don't think it's just down to fans. I don't think fans are even.
I don't think it's. I think it's part of it.
I think you guys are just playing poorly, and Liverpool fans don't want to accept that, and they have to have excuses for it. That's my reason.
You think this? Oh wow! We're just playing poorly, man.
You are playing bad.
Why?
Why are you playing bad?
Yeah.
What do you mean, why? Did you not watch the Southampton game or the Burnley game?
Oh, I know we are, but I'm asking why.
Why are you playing bad? Because your players are suffering from burnout, I think, and they're just like, and they're low on confidence. I think it's
the confidence. I can see the confidence. Yeah, the confidence is a good argument. But
the confidence will be gone if you got two centre backs out.
And that's the club's fault for not buying a centre back. The window opened the 1st of January.
Exactly.
But not every club has two world-class centre backs like nowadays.
You don't need a world-class centre back. They just need a centre back. Go get freaking Ben White from Brighton, and you'd probably do a better job.
Yeah, they need to get an experienced centre back.
A random centre back.
Who's Ben White, bro?
He plays for Brighton, doesn't he?
No, I don't think he does.
No, don't worry about him, man.
He was quite Lewis Dunk plays for them. It's Ben White.
The Ben White podcast. Let's go.
Ben White podcast.
Bring up his Wikipedia page, man. Let's learn
about
him.
Yeah, he is. Brighton footballer. I just thought, he was the one that you guys were linked to in the summer. So always right. Yeah. So that's the club's fault.
100%.
If Klopp's such an amazing manager as well, if Klopp's such a sick manager, he transforms players.
Yeah.
Why can't he transform that kid?
Really?
I'm gonna send.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn up at I'm gonna turn up at Melwood tomorrow And I'll be like, and then I'm going to start training for like a couple of days. And then I'll be like, Klopp, you need to make me into a world-class player for the game against Spurs. And then if I play shit, that's on Klopp. Get out.
But I'm just saying, people lick Klopp's bum and he can't fix this at the moment. And it's hilarious to watch. And he doesn't know the answers. And then he's starting fights with Sean Dyche. Are you dumb? He gets sparked out in the tunnel. What's he doing?
Oh, yeah, man. Look.
That's
I'll be honest with
dumb.
you. Klopp's a better manager than Sean Dyche, so I don't give a shit. And like,
yeah, that's not the question. You get banged with.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
actually,
huh?
Threw my phone. I got upset. But
Got upset.
shots got fired. Shots got fired. I'm not putting this. I'll put some things on Klopp. Like I think, like maybe a couple tactical decisions.
It's funny when Liverpool start losing games because you've been so spoiled over the past 2 years, and like I know what that's like. Then you have to you can't find reasons why it's happening, and it starts happening, and then it's this.
But I found the reason straight away. I think it's growing. No, it's so obvious.
Yeah, no. Liverpool's reasons are pretty big.
But what I'm saying is the reasons are that my point being is, like I said, I keep going back to the transfer window opened on the 1st.
Yeah. And was that down to Klopp or something, or I don't? Like, it's down to owners not buying them.
As a club,
you're saying this.
They're obviously not on it to win the league.
Last year as well. Pep lost last year because they're saying this, but the same thing happened to Man City. They didn't have Laporte, and then they didn't win the league. If you don't have your main centre back in, you're not going to win the league.
Yeah, but I'm saying they could have bought one to patch the hole for now.
Yeah, exactly.
But the level that Liverpool want to play at, who are you going to buy to come in and do the job? You
they don't need a world-class one right now. Huh?
No, but so what's the point of buying one then? What's the point of spending money on a
because they're going to lose out on the trophies.
So you tell me a centre back to come in. They're not going to buy a centre back that good to win them trophies. There's not that many out there. So why are you going to spend money on something which is not really good? This is just a temporary fix.
Well, Jordi Alba was free. They could have got him, and he's
Jordi Alba's not
Jordi Alba. Sorry, David Alaba.
He's a left back. They're just playing
he played centre back.
No, but he's a left back.
He must have some crazy wages.
I would never buy David Alaba to play centre back on paper.
He played centre back all season at Bayern Munich last year.
Yeah, but they played
they had centre back. They played Alphonso Davies as left back. You know
what? We wouldn't get David. We wouldn't. There's no point getting him.
Work in Premier League.
Like we'd spend crazy wages on a guy who might not even play next year.
Yeah.
Like it's not good. We wouldn't get him.
It doesn't work. Like the only player. The thing is, you could go buy someone like Koulibaly and spend loads of money, and he could be sick. But again, he's not Premier League proven, so you're spending loads of money in Premier League proven. When you've
might not play next year.
Who's out? He's out, but he's back at the end of his injury.
Then what is Liverpool's expectation then?
I think what we should have done is buy some sort of like experienced centre back who can just play there. And
that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm saying even someone like Socrates on a free agent, I wouldn't get upset about having. Like, you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. They should have signed someone. If that was my point being, Dylan. I didn't mean it as in go sign a world class one, but the transfer window. If they then they could have signed someone. Wouldn't have had. I don't know if they would have lost yesterday. But it's hard to call that.
He's out there to get there like that.
That's a them problem. I don't care.
Connor Cody.
Connor Cody.
Yeah, and then even then he won't be playing next season, and it's just like I don't know if a player like
you don't know that though, because Joe Gomez seems to have a lot of injuries, and so does Matip. So they definitely could still play a lot.
Joe Gomez doesn't have a lot of injuries, but Joe Gomez is still young, so.
And so does Matip. So they definitely play a lot of football. So and Van Dijk, you don't know how he's going to recover straight away off his knee injury anyway. So
the wise thing would be getting a centre back in, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So that's
I think the reason behind it is because they can't justify spending money. And
Liverpool's transfers, they don't do panic buys. They don't. In the past they did. Since Klopp's been there, Michael Edwards, we don't buy people. We proper study a player and they bring them in.
Clearly, Klopp wants someone now, though. So isn't it time to buy a panic buy? Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes
I actually agree.
You got to dump your morals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I think in this instance, Liverpool have their best manager they've had in my lifetime, and for the owners to not put all their trust into him when he needs it most, it doesn't make sense. And it's an investment, right? Because
maybe he's not even asking for centre back.
But then, okay, Paul, this is my thing though. Okay, let's put the centre-back issue. I think it's a big issue, right? I won't deny that. That is massive. But Newcastle are dog shite and you couldn't score against them. And same with Burnley and Fulham. Fulham are actually quite a tough opponent. I'll give them credit.
I think that makes like.
But I don't think that's down to a centre back.
I think it does have. Look, I'm sorry to say, but it does have part of the reason because
when you got Thiago in midfield and Gini Wijnaldum and Henderson was playing that game as well.
Yeah,
you can't score when you ain't got.
System.
Yeah, they need to do better. Yeah,
their system's built off.
That's my point.
Their fullbacks. The system's built off their fullbacks going forward. Henderson's not fit, so then he's
Henderson
not covering
played that Fulham game.
No, but he's not been fully fit most games, so he can't cover the. He plays centre back, at the moment. He normally plays CDM, and he'll cover the fullbacks going forward.
Exactly.
There's no coverage. There's no coverage, so it fucks your whole system.
Yeah, but doesn't Henderson play CDM in that Fulham game and it was Fabinho and Matip, right? This is my point. You've dropped points.
True.
You've dropped points with decent teams on the pitch, and it's not just down to centre back issue.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice if we could have our centre backs there, so then Fabinho could be playing more defensive, and then we got Henderson and Thiago doing them passes.
You know the game you beat us at. Oh, you know the game you beat us at Anfield. I looked this up today. You know the game you beat us at Anfield last year. You didn't have Fabinho on, didn't have Henderson on, and you didn't have the players you have on now. You had Van Dijk on, who scored a header, and you had Joe Gomez.
Yeah.
It doesn't always. I don't think it's always down to the centre back issue. My point being, basically,
you kind of just said that's the reason, because you just said the two centre backs were playing in that game.
Yeah, but I'm saying Fabinho wasn't playing in midfield to break up the play, or Henderson weren't playing, so it's not always down to.
You also got to think your fullbacks have a lot of confidence when your main centre back is playing.
Right. Yeah. And like yesterday, so they're having to play a bit more. But I don't know. Like,
did you guys draw it?
We drew to them at Old Trafford. We lost to them at Anfield.
Oh, you're saying that Anfield game?
Anfield game, they beat us, yeah.
Henderson played that game.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he didn't play. I thought he was injured in January last year.
Yeah, it was a good game.
So that's the big thing. Henderson's the. If it's not Fabinho, Henderson is the main man is covering for those fullbacks. It makes a. If your system is built off
Van Dijk scored in that game as well, and he's a goal scoring threat. Like, he scores quite a few goals in the season, so
yeah, he does.
You know.
And I think there's deeper issues there with your forwards, but I'm going to say that.
But I think they're temporary issues with the forwards. Like, I think it's.
I think you should sell Salah, or I think you should sell.
I think you should sell. I think Firmino needs to. I think you should bring someone into for Firmino, because
go get Werner, man. He's about. No, he might be available.
Do you know what it is though? The thing with your front
three. Actually, Werner will play well for Liverpool. I'm not even discussing that.
I think so.
Your thing is the front three doesn't tick unless Firmino's ticking. Like, the other two can be sick, and the other two are the main reason, but they don't tick unless Firmino ticks.
Like yesterday,
it only started working when Firmino started picking up the ball and pinging passes.
Sure.
So it's hard, isn't it? Because it's like Firmino's not the goal threat, but then the other two only really play that great when he's linking up play. So it's like, do you bring someone in to replace that, or because even if you bring a sixth striker in, the other two might not play that well.
Yeah.
Because of the way the system's played.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So what do you do? Like, is Jota that type of player? I don't know if he plays back to goal much and drops into. I guess he can.
Probably not as much, yeah. But yeah, that's a good point. You don't, yeah. Interesting.
Where do you see United? I want to ask rival fans. Where do you see us finishing at the end of the year? What position? I'm actually intrigued because every time I've already made my statement.
I think you'll finish. I think you'll finish third.
You think we'll finish third?
I think you finish second or third.
Like, if I have to say right now, like, I still think Liverpool can win it, but I don't think they will.
No chance.
So, wow, you're dismissing us from 6 points away. Anything could change.
You dismissed us at the start of the season. You were like,
a month ago we were.
You dismissed us at the start of the season. You were like, "No, you won't get top." You literally said, "I got the receipts." You were like, "You're not going to get top, Joe. You'll never be top." And then I was like, "Oh, we're top now." And then you said a lot of shit, Paul. I can't lie.
Bro, you just asked me where you think you finish, and I think it's third. And I think City, Liverpool, United. If I had to say right now, I think it could change, and I think we could be at the top.
I don't think Liverpool.
I think it's going to be second or third. I think it's going to be really close between second and third.
It will be close from first.
It might be close to top. It might be, but then City might start running away with it at some point.
It'll be interesting to see how they play today. No, they've got West Brom. They've got West Brom in like 2 days.
No, you say KDB's not in, but they've had seasons where KDB's not in. They still win the league. The big thing that you guys had mentioned the other day when you guys were talking about David Silva is not with them anymore, and David Silva was the man in midfield. So They need to replace. I don't know if they replace that. Bernardo Silva's playing well. Foden's playing really well.
Foden's actually a baller.
Sterling's just doing what he does every season.
Sterling's not done shit this season. He's actually played shite. Oh, Dylan's gone again.
Dylan, you've cut out again, mate. But yeah, Foden has been playing even better than Sterling.
Foden's played way better. He's the highest goal scorer this season.
Is he actually?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
The highest goal scorer this season.
Is he? Is Sterling? Does Sterling always play out on the right? Why don't they just play on the left? Why do they not play Mahrez much? I'm really confused. But like Mahrez came in, and I thought Mahrez was going to be like the guy. I thought he was going to be like on the right. I thought he was just going to come in, loads of assists, loads of goals. But Pep just don't play him. Like he just doesn't.
No, I'm sure he played the last game. Who did they play last? I'm checking now quickly.
The last game I watched them against.
They played Villa, which was fucking offside.
And they've got their defenders in form. You got like John Stones is on it this year, and obviously like it's been helped probably by the confidence of having Diaz next to him.
Yeah,
he's really good.
Yeah. He's really, really good.
João Cancelo's been really good.
Mm-hmm.
Raheem Sterling played
what did your guy, Joe?
On the right.
Luke Shaw and Spliff and bun him. Okay, Luke Shaw trying to get physical.
Oh, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. Luke Shaw's actually been playing really well. I can't lie. Deserves England call-up over Ben Chilwell. Yeah, said that.
Ben Chilwell's injured anyway.
Is he injured?
I'm pretty sure he's been injured recently.
Yeah, he's injured. He's just not going to work because Frank's not there. He's like, thank fuck.
Speaking of...
Well, the thing is, Frank really likes him, so whoever comes in next, I don't think they're going to rate Ben Chilwell.
Tuchel. Tuchel's going.
Is Tuchel going?
Yeah, he's 100%.
Why are they getting Tuchel in? He's whack, man. Like, he's one blows up PSG, but so did freaking Emery. Like,
I could definitely win it.
I think it's mad. What do you make of the sacking? Like, what?
I think it's crazy, man.
I think it
was coming.
Justified.
I think everyone can see it coming, but I don't. It's a hard one because you can't buy that. Okay, there's two sides of it. You can't buy that many players and expect them to gel straight away. But then you're stupid to buy that many players and expect them to gel straight away. So
I wonder who that's on. I wonder if
it's on both of them. It's on Lampard for saying go get all these players, and it's on Abramovich.
I
mean, he wouldn't say no to them players. Like, I don't think any manager would.
I don't know who's buying their players, but Abramovich doesn't even live in the UK anymore, so I don't know how that even works.
They've got a really good football director of football, and they snap up players like that.
Yeah, that good.
Do you know, like, I actually, I don't rate...
They're good at getting deals done, shall I say.
Yeah. I don't rate Frank Lampard too much as a manager, but I just think it's mad. Like, this is his first like bad run of form, and he's lost his job. Like,
it's the way he's handling it, though, isn't it?
That's the thing.
He's been a bit spicy, isn't he?
He's coming
out and he's digging out players who've only just come to the league, and then also like he keeps playing Mason Mount. Like, I get it, Mason Mount's been alright, but he's going to be alright if he plays that many games, isn't it? He's going to be doing something. And then, like, it's just not working. Like, where's Jorginho?
I don't know. No, he doesn't rate Jorginho, man.
Yeah.
He doesn't play him.
How can you not rate Jorginho? No, Jorginho's sick.
Man. He plays good
Chelsea top in January. I swear they were top in January, right? At some point.
They won on a 13-game unbeaten run, but then they lost, like... But then when they lost to Arsenal, then they just started losing. Like, they hadn't won a game.
They lost to Leicester, and that was the deciding thing.
Leicester but they played bad. They played bad in that.
But the thing is, they've had a couple of injuries. They've had like Ben Chilwell's been in and out a little bit. Reece James been in and out a little bit.
They said they'll put trust in the manager and give him time. Like, there's proof in like giving time to managers that is working. Like, I know Solskjaer's only been there like 6 months, maybe longer than Frank Lampard, but he's doing well. Like, but just give him a bit longer. Like, Chelsea,
I think he deserves
like 10 managers in 10 years. It's actually mad.
I think the difference is that like, I don't think Chelsea have the structure like that for loads of sport. I think with United is different because like you got to think Fergie's still very involved in their club.
Well, Fergie doesn't have a say on thingies on transfers and stuff, but he helped Ollie out. There's no doubt about that. But
whereas who's helping out Lampard? Mourinho's going to be like, come call me.
Chelsea don't have no shame when it comes to sacking managers, whereas Ed Woodward doesn't want to look like a prick and sack another manager, and it's on him. Yeah. So, because it's on him because he appoints the managers.
Yeah, literally. I think it's just bad. I think it's bad for a club. I think it makes you seem really cheap. Like, if you just
Chelsea don't care. They just sacked their best player ever.
Yeah.
Just like that. They just went.
I mean, they sack managers who win them trophies the next year, so that it doesn't matter.
They sacked Di Matteo in November, and he won in the Champions League like 3 months before, and they were like, "Nah, bye." Yeah. They sacked Ancelotti in the tunnel after he won the double.
I just don't get why they think Thomas Tuchel's going to come in.
Because of the German, he wants to get the best out of his German players, so they think he'd get a German coach in.
I don't know what's he getting.
All I know is the Bundesliga is doing fraud. Like they're telling people that they're sick. Yeah, most players who come out of the Bundesliga flop.
I'm trying to think of big players in the Bundesliga that have come over.
Well, so Sadio Mane done well.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne is from the Bundesliga though, and he's arguably the Premier League's best player.
Yeah, and Son was from the Bundesliga.
But players who like proper rip it up in the Bundesliga, they don't really.
They don't really do that well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't want to get egg on my face.
Hargreaves come from the Bundesliga, was sick at Bayern.
I'm thinking.
He was alright.
No. He won us the Champions League, and then he got a massive injury, and then he left.
Still,
I mean, we got I'm trying to think of Liverpool players. Who do we get? Like Firmino.
I'm trying to think of
Naby Keita, Joel Matip.
Robin didn't do very well at Chelsea, did he? He flopped at Chelsea.
No, he didn't flop. He was good, but he wasn't like he didn't become. He wasn't who he was. He did that at Bayern.
I think it's less of the players. I think it's Chelsea that have done it to.
But even like Jovic, who went to Real Madrid.
Jovic,
he was supposed to be sick at Eintracht. He's been whacked.
He banged bare goals at
Jovic. Remember Jovic came to City? He was whack. Like loads of players.
And there was that player. What's his name? He was really well in goal. Karius.
Oh yeah. I mean, Bernd Lerner's been good. Bernd Lerner is a good keeper. But I'm just saying that the majority of the Bundesliga makes attacking players look really good.
Do you think Sancho, if he comes to England, I don't know whatever club it would, do you think he'd flop or do you think he'd be good?
No, because I think he was already good before he went.
He'll be good.
He's had playing time at Dortmund to show what he can do.
But then the same argument, like, do you think Kai Havertz won't get any better? Do you not think he'll be good?
Maybe he would, but maybe
I think he will.
Maybe he should have stayed at Leverkusen for a couple of years and got better there.
The joke is Frank Lampard is the one who forced him to come. He was on the phone all the time trying to sign him. Like he pushed for that signing, man.
I wanted him. Like I thought he was going to he's a young player. Like the price tag is it's pretty crazy, but he is young, so they probably thought
was it 80 million or 70 million?
75, I think.
Yeah, but
we got Pogba for.
They only had one 6 season.
Yeah, and
but they signed Kepa for 70 million.
There was a lot of talk of not knowing where.
That's what I mean. Chelsea do bad business. They sell players for low. They get no return on their players.
Besides Hazard, that was the best. Hazard was the best sell because he's flopped. They sold him for 150 million. And he hasn't played any games.
He's just overweight, man.
He's flopped.
Unfortunately, the only man who can be overweight and still bang goals is R9. That's it. There's no one else that can be fat.
That's true. The ultimate guy, man.
Who's your next? Oh, you got Spurs next, Paul.
Yeah. It's one of them ones. Like I don't even look forward to the games now, man. It's so sad.
I love it.
But you know what? I look forward to the games because I think maybe today we'll fix it.
You've got post-nut syndrome.
Yeah.
Do you know what I don't enjoy the most?
What?
The referees are so whack, man. The referees are
dead. Mad.
Yeah.
Why are they so bad this year?
They're so bad this year. Like, it's getting worse and worse as well. And it's mad that we're all saying that Mike Oliver is the best one. Because 3-4 years ago, he was moving erratic.
And he's not had his best season. Like, last season was great, but he was manager. Wasn't he the referee at the Liverpool game, was he? I don't know.
Which one?
No, the Liverpool Everton. Or was it? I can't even remember now. But he's made some bad ones, man.
I hate Kevin Friend after he disallowed Maguire's goal against
Kevin Friend is no friend of mine. I tell you, I don't like Kevin Friend. I'm calling them all out. John Moss, you're white, mate.
So
mate, John Moss for giving that offside goal for City. What the hell?
Mike Dean, I can't stand him, yeah?
Yeah, I don't like Mike Dean.
Mike Dean show, man.
But the thing is, I think every rival hates referees for different reasons because they've fucked up their game.
Look, Martin Atkinson, pagan sometimes, yeah? Anthony Taylor
is the head.
Anthony Taylor's the head of it, and as soon as anyone says anything to him, he gets upset. He's so sensitive. And then Jonathan Moss is the worst one. I hate Jonathan Moss so much. He just comes out and he thinks he just comes out, and I swear he just does stuff to you said something to me. Okay, can't. Well, I get he sent off Dean Smith the other day, yeah. But Dean Smith
had every right to complain.
Yeah, Dean Smith just said to him, said to him, I don't even care because you're a shit ref. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll send you off. Because he's upset because he knows he's shit ref. But I was saying the same thing as well. I'm like, I don't even care what you say because you're dead. You're shit. Like, you shouldn't be here next season. Well, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, he's I don't know this footage. I think it came from like a year or two ago. And this was before VAR. Like VAR wasn't in this game, and he was like, he didn't know if to give a penalty for like live on the Liverpool against Liverpool. And he was talking to the linesman. And I was like, I'm not sure. I haven't seen it. And he was like, I don't know. And he was speaking to someone. He's like, can we get any from the TV? There's no VAR at this time, so I don't know what he's doing. He's like, I'm just going to give a penalty. And then,
yeah, man. What is this?
This is why they don't mic up the refs, because they check, but it'll expose them even more.
If they smacked up the refs, yeah. Jonathan Moss talking about nah.
Like, do you know what? I'll give him some credit. It must be hard, man, and like.
Oh yeah,
to get decisions right in split-second decision. I know it should be. You would have thought it'd be easier now with VAR, right?
I think it's the hardest. I think it's the hardest job in football, to be fair.
You wouldn't want to do it, and like I think the level to get to
the pressure of it anyway.
Yeah, you have to start at Sunday League, right? I'm pretty much.
Like pretty.
Bro,
so that would be the fucking hardest thing to do.
There's not even fans in the stadium, and Jonathan Moss is still moving mad. Like, what's going on?
You've got TV screens to look at as well, man.
Yeah.
The
only ones I don't mind are like Michael Oliver's good, and Andre Mariner's pretty good.
Oh mate,
I don't know which one. Andre
DRE, nah, Dr. Dre, he's lost it a bit. Like,
hey, Mariner.
Yeah, the motherfucking DRE. Yeah, like he's not doing it anymore, man.
Yeah, but he's still like.
I just typed in Andre Mariner, and there's a picture of him next to Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, no.
Has he reffed any of our games recently? I can't remember. If he had, the thing is, if I don't remember ref in our game, that means they did a good job because they didn't get involved.
But you got to remember, there's people behind the screen. What's his name? Like Coot. If I know Coot is watching the VAR monitor back in like Stockley Park,
mate,
you best be scared. He's gonna mess up.
See.
I drive past in this Stockley Park all the time, and I always want to drive there. Just look and just be like, well, who are these guys? I want to know who are these guys.
You'll be like, I need answers because these decisions are mad.
I'm going to start getting out of it. Listen, every time they move, I'll be like, listen, I'm going to start doing post-match interview with them leaving, when they leave Stockley Park, and be like, so what's going on? What was that decision about?
He'd probably send you off, dude. He'd probably send you off.
I'll send them off. I'll have cars ready.
I wonder if they do that in their like daily lives. Like they can't get out of like ref mode and that, man. Imagine
they red card their wife for chatting shit.
Yeah. Like her wife's just giving him abuse. Like you're not fit to make a tea.
Sometimes it's like maybe it's because they don't get to make any decisions in life. Yeah, that when they're on the pitch, they're like, no, this is my time. Like I don't get to make any decisions at home. My kids are bullying me, my wife bullies me, I'm just going to make mad decisions on the pitch. And that's when you got like Kevin Friend and Mike Dean just out there feeling themselves.
Do you think they're biased? Do you think they support a team?
I mean, what's his name? Mike Dean's an open like Tranmere fan, isn't he? Like, but
who cares about that?
You won't be reffing there again. You know,
that's where he should be reffing in that league.
Who came out the other day? Like Clattenburg came out. Like that interview was crazy. Like. I'm not going to give it too much like smoke, but like the way he openly said that like he sent for both Liverpool and Man United. He basically said like there's biases towards like bigger clubs. There was biases when Alex Ferguson was there, and there seems to be biases now. Klopp's here, and I'm thinking, what? Like, how can a referee open? I don't know if he's just saying it just to, I don't know, but like you.
I mean,
for a referee to say that like an extra, that's mad.
Yeah, but he doesn't care. He's doing it for the views and the clicks. He don't care.
I hope it's just for that, because if not, it's worrying.
I mean, Klopp's got into the refs' heads about complaining about penalties about Man United, and it's working. I've noticed like it's mind games. It's all mind games,
isn't it?
Well, Ferguson used to tap up referees all the time, didn't he, before games stuff like that?
Probably. I couldn't care less. Because
it doesn't change the fact that
that's on them for saying yes to him. Do you know what I'm saying? That's again the referee standards are bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
might sign up, man. I might start. I need to get fit though.
You get body.
I'm gonna change the game. I'll say
I'll be a ref.
Yeah. I mean, I'll make it to the Prem. I won't say like who I support in the application form. Yeah, maybe at Brentford. I might say like Stockport County or something. And then
what they got to do is a background check on you, and they'll be like, "You're a Liverpool fan."
I delete all my
LFC, they'll see this fucking podcast, Paul, and they'll be like, "Oh, no."
He was slagging off the refs.
They'll even find
he was a biased Liverpool fan.
They'll find your old Xbox tag, LFC Paul. And then
Can you imagine, just imagine like Joe sitting there watching Liverpool Man United game, just like in the pub, and he just sees like me on the pitch, like pointing for pens, like there's a pen to Liverpool.
You have that stupid stance.
Like Greenwood, 30 years old, running into an offside position. I'm like,
he's
offside. I'm like, he's offside.
If you were smart, Paul, you'd infiltrate Stockley Park.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's the smart one.
Yeah, no one knows. You're just there behind the scenes.
And I give these bad decisions, and the ref's like, can I have a look at the monitor? I'm like, no, you don't need to. Yeah.
No.
So,
right.
I guess we call it here now.
It's been good.
Yeah, thanks. It's been nice. It's been nice chatting to you guys. It did get a bit heated at times. Yeah. It was good debate. And thank you all very much for listening to Man On Podcast. If you managed to listen this far in, you probably liked it. So give it a like, subscribe to the channel, share it to your friends, share it to your nan.
United are going to win the league.
Well, I'm going to cut that bit out.